The fat ninja was a paradox, a blur of speed and strength, yet carrying the weight of the world on his broad shoulders. He was wealthy beyond measure, his coffers overflowing from generations of shrewd business, but wealth couldn't buy happiness. It couldn't pierce the veil of his deep depression. He moved like a phantom through the city. His fine silks hung loosely on his frame, disguised by a tattered cloak. He ate little, spoke less. His eyes, once bright and full of mischief, were now dulled with sorrow. The city buzzed with life around him, oblivious to the silent guardian in their midst. They saw only a large, melancholic figure shuffling through the marketplace. Little did they know of the lightning reflexes hidden beneath the facade, or the untold wealth buried deep within his heart. He was a shadow of his former self, a whisper of the legend he once was. The fat ninja was lost in his own personal abyss. Rain lashed down, mimicking the turmoil in the fat ninja's soul. He found himself drawn to a narrow, desolate alley. The stench of decay and urine filled his nostrils. Rats scurried in the shadows. He didn't care. An old woman sat hunched in the darkness. Her eyes, like burning embers, seemed to pierce through him. She beckoned him closer. "You," she rasped, her voice like dry leaves crackling underfoot. "You are lost." He stood silently, the rain soaking through his cloak. He didn't need to confirm what she already knew. "But there is another path," she croaked, holding out a gnarled hand. "A chance to start anew, to shed this mortal coil and be reborn." He hesitated, a flicker of curiosity battling with the apathy that had become his constant companion. He stared at her outstretched hand. A single, raspy laugh escaped her lips. It echoed through the alley. Then, with a swiftness that belied her age, she plunged a bone-white dagger into his chest. His eyes widened in surprise. He crumpled to the ground. The last thing he saw was her grotesque grin. He awoke with a gasp. Gone was the oppressive weight, the suffocating sadness. He felt light, powerful. He was lying on a grassy plain, a cerulean sky stretching endlessly above him. Gone was the flabby flesh, the weary bones. In their place was lean, corded muscle. His hands, once soft and doughy, were now calloused and strong. He stood, towering over the plains. He was a weapon forged anew. He had no memory of who he was or how he got there, only a strange emptiness where his past should be, and a burning desire to understand his purpose in this vibrant, strange new world. He felt a surge of exhilaration. This new world, free from the shackles of his past, beckoned him. He was a blank slate, a weapon waiting to be wielded. He would discover who he was meant to be. Years passed. He honed his skills, his body and mind becoming weapons of unparalleled precision. The world around him was fraught with danger. Brutal wars raged, kingdoms rose and fell, yet he remained untouched, a silent observer. But his past was not so easily silenced. Flashes of memory, like lightning strikes, would illuminate his mind. A bustling marketplace, the soft feel of silk, the crushing weight of his own sadness. He would stop, his brow furrowed in confusion, trying to grasp the meaning behind these fleeting glimpses into his forgotten life. Each flash brought more questions than answers. He pushed the memories aside, focusing on the present. He couldn't afford distractions, not with the world on the brink of chaos. Yet he couldn't shake the feeling that his forgotten past held the key to his destiny.